Snap, crackle, pop. It's Nullspace. I'm Scott Null.
I'm Jerry Bear.
Jerry Bear.
I don't know what that was about.
You're just kind of doing it.
I'm doing it hardcore.
Kind of doing the thing you were doing.
I'm doing it.
How's everybody doing? Tonight's topic, we're talking about that crunchy feel. Now, what do I mean by that, Jerry? You have no fucking clue what I mean.
I can say fuck today. Oh my god. Fuck.
That bet is actually ongoing.
So. Nope.
Basically, you know in fall?
No.
You know the season autumn?
Literally, it's on my birthday, but yes.
The season of autumn is on your birthday?
Yeah.
You have a long birthday.
I know,
it's like 3 months.
I know, it's delicious.
Shut up for a second.
Delicious.
So you're walking around and you're crunching leaves on the concrete and you just get that like bubble wrappy feeling.
We couldn't afford concrete.
You're gonna be like this whole episode.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes.
That just feeling in your that feeling that makes your. Now I'm not talking ASMR, which is like that tingly feeling that some people get in the back of their brains. No, this is just that warm fuzzy feeling you get from the wonderful little crunch. Now, we're going to talk about what that does, what gives you that feeling in gaming. And the first thing, the best way I can describe it is Skyrim. When you're arching, you're arching like skeletons, the big skeleton enemies, and you launch the arrow, and it goes slow motion because it's a one-hit kill because the skeletons are just really weak.
Yeah.
And it collides with the skeleton and it like explodes and the bones go everywhere in really slow motion. That is what I'm talking about. That feeling that just like sets off everything happy in my brain, and Inner Scott has given the world a big thumbs up.
I actually do know that feeling. A little while ago I was playing Perfect Dark again, and you can do multiplayer with bots, and if you choose your whole team, the bots as your teammates, you can have control over them. So what I do is I get 9 bots, and I put them in one room, and I put them all in a line. And then I pull out a magnum, and I aim up all their heads at once.
Jesus Christ!
And I go, poof! And they all die. And I'm like, yay! And they respawn, and I do it all over again.
That's a big thing. There's a couple of different... types of the crunchy feel. It doesn't have to be a crunch all the time either. It's got, I like just calling it the crunchy feel because that's the crushy feel, because crush is kind of gives you the same feeling. The word
I would have did
crush.
that squiggly feel for me.
Squiggly?
Squiggly.
So, okay. Well,
squiggly.
But the big thing, there's a ton of feels. Like, there's the pop feels. Like, I've been playing a lot of Arkham City, and Arkham City has different collectibles you get all around. They're breakable collectibles. Like, sure. If you throw a batarang at that's breakable, it adds towards your percentage of completing the game. Mm-hmm. And the breakables always give me that awesome, like, you're popping a balloon or bubble wrap feeling.
Sure.
And a couple of them are literally balloons. But, the Harley Quinn statues you have to shoot with the electric disruptor, and the head kind of explodes, and it's that wonderful little pop. But there's balloons, there's porcelain penguins, there's security cameras all over Arkham City, and it's just every time you throw the batarang, and sometimes it goes slow motion, sometimes you're standing from like a good 100 yards away, and you see it just kind of arc like a boomerang and just smash it from a distance, and you see that little
yay!
It's that little like flag that
I'm so happy.
What else gives you that feeling, Jer?
What gives that feeling?
Destroying an entire 4 rows in Tetris. And they're all gone.
A little bit, yeah. I'm trying to think back to some of the PC games that I play constantly. Recently, I guess maybe Putt Putt goes to the circus.
What are you talking about?
It's for a kid game. No, I wanna go back to what is it? Jumpstart First Grade with the wiener dog.
Oh my god. That is the lamest game we've brought up. Episode 14. If Clugor had not been yours yet, you would have won it there. I don't think I can outdo that. Continue, I guess.
Jumpstart first grade. And, like, everything in that game is, like, slow loading, even though you have, like, pre-installed and everything. It's like, hello, you have 14 milk caps. And you, like, collect pogs and whatnot like that, play lose middle games. And you, every time I go into, like, the cafeteria, and I can make, you know, cupcakes or cakes or whatever for the whatever food, and if you mix up the recipe, the glob monster comes out. It's like, oh no, the glob monster, and he's like only 5 frames, like,
and he's like, hello, don't call me a monster, that's hurtful.
And I remember just going, yay, the glob monster. It's so stupid. This was me at 15.
Why does that give you the crushy pop feel, I guess?
I know, because he's all gooey.
I suppose.
I don't know.
Sloshy feel. You know what game always seems to do it is Zelda. Because every enemy in almost every Zelda game, once they die, what do? They explode.
Yep.
Every one of them goes... And so in different games, I mean, like the handheld ones, they always kind of do this little explosion. WindWaker, it was that puff of smoke. It was a very cell shady, that was really which neat. Were really cool. I mean, it just gives you that little complete feeling in your brain. The OCD is there. Like almost, I'm a perfectionist in games. I go for completionists. Yeah, I like getting all the achievements when it's possible and doesn't take half my life like some of them out there. But every time you do it, it just everything's set in a row, and you feel like, organized, complete. I've gotten my money out of this game.
See, there's a kind of like fine line between like being squiddly feeling but also kind of being like OCD at the same time. Kind of like with Splatoon right now, you have to paint everything.
Yeah.
But Plants vs. Zombies, I am very, 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 very extremely OCD and organized in that game. I have to have like my first 2 rows of like sunshine, and then I have to have like my first level plants, and everything has to be all completely the same. But when it's all like done, like I have every single row filled up with exactly all the plants that I want. I get that little feeling like, this is my little base and like my little fortress, and I don't want the level to end, and I just sit there. It's a feeling of being complete, I guess. I don't know. It's so stupid. Then I have to start over again the next level.
There's those games that actually bank on that little feeling, like World of Warcraft. I was reading an article of whenever you loot a monster you've killed, the gold sound. There's just because it's a sound it's the sound of jingling coins, and it's a good sound for you as a human being. That's a sound you like to hear, and they do that to your brain, so subconsciously you feel like you're actually, I suppose, getting more. Yeah. So you keep playing. It's the same thing. It's the same lights and sounds and crap they do at slot machines.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There's a science to it. It's not just my crunchy feeling. It's actually there's research done into this shit.
Oh, that very much is.
We're not going to talk about that though. We're just going to talk about the fun feelings though.
Bejeweled. I love the sound effects in Bejeweled when the jewels clank on each other. That little marble sound. I love that sound. Like I can't play any other knockoff game because I need Bejeweled's little sound effect when they clank together. Like clink, 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 clink. And I'm like,
World of Goo. I like the sound of that. Just for whatever reason, even though it's a bad thing, I like squishing the goo balls. They kind of just go squish, and goo goes everywhere, and the other goo balls are like, oh dear God!
I like doing Duke Nukem 3D. Pulling out a grenade launcher or whatever and just killing aliens and go, and they just got to explode of guts. I'm like, yay! It's like confetti, but with entrails.
That's an excellent one right there. Headshots.
Ooh, headshots.
Headshots will always just give me the warm fuzzies every time. It's just a clean headshot.
Any specific game of headshot?
Oh, any game where a headshot is possible. I am guilty of always trying to get headshots, which is why I'm terrible at online play, because I'm trying to be perfection when I'm playing, sure. And I'm taking too long to aim and get my headshot.
Sure. Sometimes you just need to spray and pray.
Yeah, but I like headshots. I mean, the first game that was ever big on headshots for me. Because I don't even think GoldenEye, I think the headshots just counted the same as shooting anywhere else.
Nope, headshots mattered in GoldenEye.
Really? Did they?
Yeah, they did. Because they had points in the foot. Like if you shoot them in the foot, they go, oh, and they activated the animation. If you shoot them in the hand, they go, oh, and they flail around. But if you shoot them in the head, they go, So
headshots in Jet Force Gemini.
Oh
when
yeah,
you're shooting the ant aliens, because they wouldn't explode. Their head would go flying off, and it would make it would make that beach ball sound when it hit the ground.
I remember like the bouncing on the floor, like wow, that's fucking morbid, yay!
But the koalas did the same thing. You kill the koalas.
Yes, that's right. Those fucking koalas.
But
panda. What are they koalas? Fuck them. Who cares?
But to this day, my favorite weapon in games like that is going to be the sniper, just so I can because there's just that wonderful feeling of sniping out an enemy from miles away and watching the rest of them go, whoa, that dude's head just blew up.
Oh,
I think explosions are also necessary to the happy feelings in your brain.
Oh yeah, bright, colorful confetti, basically.
That's what made me fall in love with the Saints Row series. Was Saints Row 2. Mm-hmm. We used to just drive up to the gas. We used to just drive up to the gas station and just blow up the tank and watch the car go flying. And you're like, yeah.
One little thing I liked doing was a specific thing in Gears of War. Like when you're undercover, not undercover, Jesus Christ. When you're in cover.
Underwater.
Yep. And you're reloading, there's a little like slight mini game that you can do because there's a little bar that happens and you can press the reload button again and it reloads faster. But if you hit it too early, you're not getting as much ammo. And if you hit it way too late, your gun jams. So every time you reload, you're like watching that meter bar. It's like you get that little click noise, and you activate it, and you're back on your feet again, and like killing people. So it's like that instantaneous, like cool feel, like yeah, I'm fucking awesome. It's so cool.
The warm fuzzy.
That made me feel cool every time I reload. It makes you feel that extra like 10% badass when they're like there's like fucking people around. You're like no, and you're like and it's like yeah, it's just stupid fun. It's that it gives you that extra.
Yeah, that
I'm a man.
That feeling that it's almost like sometimes it's almost like a bloodlust feeling for me. Like I need to just get out my murderous rage in a comfortable and safe setting.
Yeah.
So games like what game did you introduce me to?
A Prototype.
No, that one's a good one too. Prototype with just plowing through a crowd with that shield and watching people fly.
That's so fun.
Excellent. But I'm thinking, Samurai Warriors. Was it Samurai Warriors?
Was it Samurai Warriors?
No, the really bloody one with the katana.
Killer's Dead.
No, not Killer's Dead.
Is this PC or console?
PC. PC, you're like, you want a katana game? This is the game because you do the blood thing. You can shoot, flick it off.
Oh, the flick it off.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Shadow Warrior.
Shadow Warrior. Yeah.
Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior is a good one for that.
Yeah, that was the rebooted Shadow Warrior PC.
Yeah, it's a good one for that wonderful like katana-y feeling where you just slashing the crap out of enemies.
Yeah, you hit the reload button and you take your two fingers and you wipe off the blood. It was so unnecessary, but really fucking cool. I love the unnecessary shit.
My other like bloodthirst quenching thing is like I said 100 times, Burnout Paradise, playing the wreck game where you're just driving other cars off the road and watching them explode in slow motion.
See, I have Burnout what was it?
Burnout Rah.
Burnout Revenge. I like Revenge a lot more because it's just all based on like crashing into people as much as you fucking can.
And then Paradise also had that mini game where you just keep flipping your car and getting points, and every time you hit a bus, everything around you would explode.
Yep. The
warm fuzzies. Warm fuzzies.
That was another one I want to say. Another thing about Perfect Dark. I just loved Perfect Dark a lot back in the day. The CMP 150 in the first level. I used to save it, and when I actually go down the elevator, that was like my Matrix moment theme where I'm going to refucking kill everybody. I get the dual CMP 150s, I blow out the door, and I jump down like and just like go nuts, and I shoot everybody. And that whole point when I'm reloading, it's like that's so fucking awesome. First time I reloaded the CMP 150, it's like and I'm like, dude, it's so fucking sweet. I stopped, I paused the game, I called up my buddy, I'm like, dude, man, fucking listen to this. That is so cool, man. I'm like, fucking no. It's so cool. We were really excited just for the animation of the CMP 150, and I'm like, this is so cool because it's not very common to see like actual reloading in games at that point in time. Because even GoldenEye, done by the same people, you would put the gun down, you hear the sound, and you reload up. It was just a cheap little effect, and you got the gist of it. But when you actually see that moment, it makes you feel again that extra 10% badassness.
The most perfect moment in gaming is Metal Gear Solid the original Metal Gear Solid, when you could get C4, and if you're really sneaky, or if you had, like I did, the stealth camo, you could sneak up to somebody and put the C4 on their back, and then just watch them walk into a crowd of enemies and hit that switch, and boom, they all die. I had so many fun hours just watching people explode. It's just like that feeling. It's the same headshot feeling. You're just sitting there going, that was satisfying.
I did it a lot with GoldenEye with cheats, with proximity mines.
Proximity mines, remote mines are my favorite kill.
That was great. I just throw them on a body, you walk away. No!
You could do that in Fallout. You could put grenades. If you had really good pickpocketing, you could put like grenades in shit in people's pockets.
Nice.
And then they'd die that way. And
I totally forgot you could do that.
You just shake your head and go, that's just silly.
I love this so much. I'm having so much fun.
Lockpicking in Fallout and Elder Scrolls games always gave me that feeling, especially if you just manage to finesse that lock the first chance.
I also like the sound effects when you're lockpicking too in Fallout 3 to get that little clicking noises. I like those.
The bottle cap sounds in Fallout.
Oh, those are good.
Collecting
too.
Bottle caps, that always gives you that the little jingle of the bottle caps, and you're like, I'm rich in bottle caps.
Another quote you probably agree with: Animal Crossing.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
The bell noises.
Yeah, the bell noise. It's just that money noise again. The coin noise in Mario.
Oh yeah, ding ding ding. Yeah, it's all great.
Not Sonic though. Fuck you, Sonic, and your rings. Don't give a damn.
Chili dogs.
And
gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gary, gotta go fast.
Not
fast enough.
What about da-na-na-na?
Oh, the infamous Zelda. Yeah.
But you know what I like better? The perfect Zelda noise so far has been only done once. Twilight Princess for the Wii, bottle noise, because it came out of your remote.
Oh,
it was just great, and I really wish like they had kept that going, but they didn't.
No, that was a kind of a cute little additive.
It was. It really was.
I like that. Because the first time I heard it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's the bottle. Well, that's great. That was really cute.
Then they fucking ruined that with Mario Party 8 and Daisy. You got this unlock where you can make the character shriek every time you shake your controller, and then Tony would always play as Daisy and sit there shaking his fucking controller whenever it was anyone else's turn, and you have Daisy going, I'm the winner! Oh my god, we never played again. It was it.
Another one, Monopoly on NES. If you hold down the roll button, it goes.
Yeah, it just
looks like you're just jacking off for a while. Like you can do it forever. Like, and then when you go, you're like, yeah.
What about Mario Kart when you just magically manage to hit someone far away with that green shell?
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Like, yeah, that's so great.
Even the red shell. If you can watch that red shell kind of zoom in and zoom out and just like,
and it gets that awesome turn that you wouldn't think it was going to make it
from a mile away, you can see someone go and go flying.
Which, by the way, Nintendo, can you please bring back battle mode on Mario Kart Wii U? Please.
I could do without it.
I want it. I love that. And
I used to like it, but not much anymore.
See, I just wanted a battle royale mode, like just a little small map. I don't want to actually go in the tracks and drive around reverse. That's stupid. I hate that. Dumb.
200cc is pretty nuts, though.
Yes, it is. You go freaking nuts. It's great.
You watch videos online where people just like, they're doing a great run, but they're going so fast that they go flying off the map and crash into the ceiling and get last place. It's just like, wow, fuck you.
Picking up the items are pretty fun in Mario Kart, though.
Yeah.
It's a little roulette thing. It's kind of nice.
The one thing I hate about Mario Kart, the one item I hate more than anyone other, that everyone will agree with me.
Blue shell?
The blue shell, because it never comes at a decent time. You're never the one to get the blue shell.
I have yet to get blue shell on Mario Kart 8. I have been blue shelled, but I've never gotten a blue shell. And it's always like 1 foot behind, like right before I hit the finish line.
Yeah.
And I'm in first place. And it pisses me off every time. And
it's always fucking DK. Because I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But
it's called Dick Kong, man.
Every Mario Kart I've ever played, the character that always seems to be the one pissing me off is DK. And I think it's because DK's got some sort of thing against me. Because fuck you, DK.
Star Fox.
Well, every sound effect is great in Star Fox.
It's so amazing. Even like the little transmission, they pop out.
I mean, we could sit there playing Star Fox 64 and recite every line as it comes up. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it up right now because fuck you. That's why. Fuck you.
The greatest sound in Star Fox. Slippy ship is in for repairs. Because that means Slippy's gone.
I totally need that shit on my fucking ringtone next time.
That's all you need to hear. That means Slippy's not screaming at you at some point.
All right, let's see what I got here. I love the extra life sound effect.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Okay. Couple of actually the warm fuzzies brought on by really good voice acting or voice effect. I got 2 off the top of my head right now.
Do it. What is it?
Psycho Mantis, because his voice acting is great, and the added gas mask effect is just really cool. And similar to that is the wonderful voice acting in the Arkham series, Mr. Freeze.
Freeze was really good
because it was the same as the animated series.
I loved him. He was very poetic.
He always had the greatest voice.
Yeah, he is a
with
fucking sweet voice.
With his suit.
Yeah, I totally fucking agree. Here we go. This is the sound effect I was talking about with Star Fox.
Yep, perfect.
Love that sound.
And then other than that, just really anytime you have a cluster bomb taking out a group of enemies. And in just a wonderful way, especially, Kelsey says her favorite warm, fuzzy crush feeling is taking out a group of the Stalfos in Hyrule Warriors or completely covering an area in ink in Splatoon. Because she uses the roller, that's what she does. And when she completely colors the entire area and it's like perfect, that's her warm, fuzzy feeling right there.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's an awesome one.
You don't agree. You're shut up.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I like this one. I don't know why. That's my girlfriend.
The pots breaking.
Oh, the pots are so great.
Pots breaking in Zelda games. Doom, when you use a rocket launcher and you watch the enemies explode.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're just like a stain on the floor.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Just like, oh man, he didn't just explode. He kind of popped like a flesh balloon.
Speaking of which, I'm very much looking forward to the new Doom reboot or whatever the hell that's coming out very soon. I need it.
You need it.
I need it now.
Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cute little things going on
just
in there.
Every time you're like, just rolling everybody up on your Katamari, it just gives you the warm fuzzies because you see a cow kind of twitching as you go.
Yeah. Anything in Banjo-Kazooie was pretty well animated with awesome sound effects. Even the puzzle piece. And when
you didn't give me the warm fuzzies. It's cute, but
it's so adorable.
Because you're getting off topic. Now you're just talking sound effects you like. When we're talking the feeling, Jerry.
I like sound effects. Everything kind of without these special little things that kind of makes the game very dull. Even when I said with Bejeweled, without that little clinking marble noise in Bejeweled, I probably wouldn't like it very much because I don't even want the free ones that I get on my phone. I'm like, I don't fucking want that.
The tiniest little that feeling when the Pokeball and Pokemon latches shut. And that's the warm fuzzies right there. Especially only when
it's like a little orgasm.
Only when it's one of those Pokemon that's really fucking tough to catch, and you're not using a Master Ball. You get that little. Everybody had their trick to do it too. Mine was down and B. I always read that down and B. You had to hold down and B to catch.
See, I heard tapping repeatedly down and then A and then B 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 1 2 1.
See, I never heard of that one, but down and B. And I always in my head to this day I picture Ash running up to the Pokeball and holding it shut.
I also heard start and select, but that freaks out the game. I think
start and select. I think start select A and B reset it.
Really?
Yeah,
bastards.
That's a funny one. Oh, by the way, if you're playing the old Pokemons, start select A and B is the perfect way to catch them. Yoshi's Island, throwing when a Yoshi egg would ricochet a couple times on some of those puzzles, and a lot of those butt stomps because they'd explode on that. They'd go, they just kind of pop.
Near the end of Portal 2, when you actually get the Moon Rock like goo stuff.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of like that whole Splatoon effect where you have to paint everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I sat there like I can easily just do this puzzle within 5 minutes, but I sat there for like a half hour just getting everything white because I had to.
You know what I always thought was kind of stupid, but has since really grown on me? Are trophies and achievements.
I love trophies and achievements.
Especially, for whatever reason, the ones you don't even realize you earn, and it just kind of pops on the screen in the little corner and says, "Hey, by the way, what you just did, cool." That sets off the little,
press the start menu.
That sets off the little happy Scott in my brain. He's like, "Hey, we did it! we weren't even trying."
Now, have you ever actually had a game where you looked up the achievements / trophies?
Oh yeah, I mean Portal 2. I wanted to get everything.
Have you gotten it yet?
No, because a lot of the multiplayer ones I still haven't gotten.
Sir, let me help you with that.
We'd have to start over because I have it on PlayStation.
Sir, let me help you.
We'll do it. Why?
I have every fucking trophy on PS3 and Steam, and I'm still working on a 361.
That's because you have a problem.
I fucking love Portal 2. That game's fucking sweet. Shit.
The robots getting crushed in Portal 2. Not the turrets, but the robots whenever they got crushed or smashed or anything. It made, even though it was infuriating, it was just like that. The crush was so. He was so complete, and there were just so many pieces, and you're like, "Whoops,
I'm a dick."
Oh well. The fireworks of Mario.
That's a good one. I didn't think about that one. When I see that, it gives you that little warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
I don't know how I did it, but yay.
But with every time I played Duck Hunt, but the other game, what was it? The
clay shooters.
Clay shooters. When I got them, because they're a little harder. When you get
all
the way down, right before it disappears at the end of the screen, you shoot it right at the last moment. And you go, yes! I always try to get it last second. That to me is always awesome.
Every single sound and every single sensation of a real-life pinball machine.
Oh, I love pinball.
The vibration of it all. Mm-hmm. The fact that the machine, because the ball is just heavy enough to make like the entire thing shake just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Every bumper it slams into, every sound effect it makes could be the most irritating pinball machine ever with the most irritating sound bites, and it would still feel just wonderful. With your arms, just the button, the feel of the button,
Mm-hmm. Well, whenever you want, later on, my dad has a very old 1970s bowling arcade cabinet machine.
Yeah, well, I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, and it works. We just actually got to clean it off and play it. But it has a lot of like lights and noises, like ding 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 ding, like when you're shooting off like this little disc that I floor. It's really entertaining, and half of it probably doesn't work for the back pins, I think. But who cares? Because like even after a while, like I remember putting my hand underneath the pins where the triggers are, and I go, and like the all pins go up automatically. Like yay! I just cheat.
If you owned a pinball machine, which one would you own? See, I've got two, and the thing unfortunate about both of them is that the pullback, the pull lever, one? The spring, it's not a spring, it's a gun on both of them. The first is GoldenEye.
Oh.
The second is Star Trek Next Generation, where it's a phaser.
I remember the Star Trek Generation one. That was pretty sweet.
That one I want more because it's just so 90s, and I am the biggest fan of Next Generation. I love Next Generation.
I'm sure it was a sweet fucking show. I don't know what's your problem.
So I would love to own that pinball machine, and everyone's like, "Oh, the thing about owning pinball machines is you have to buy one that you'll resell because you'll get sick of it." And I'm like, I don't think I could ever get sick of sitting.
No.
The sound bites, because it's all the voice actors.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart's the Borg are attacking. And you're just like, it's pinball. They're not attacking, but it's pinball. There's nothing dangerous happening here, Captain Picard. It's pinball. We're all having a good time.
No, I think that's a very good choice.
And then you have the little digital Riker on the screen going, "Hey, I'm Riker.
I'm going to hit on you." Yeah. Riker, please don't look at me.
Riker, you're making me feel dirty.
I'm gonna rake you.
I'm gonna rake you.
I'm gonna come over and rake the leaves.
No. Okay, pinball machine.
Because I remember playing at South Park when it didn't have anything which besides the sound effects and like the voiceovers, which I downloaded also on the PlayStation Store, which was really fun.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else.
Because all of the pinball machines you can download and play, they're fine. They just don't give you that same feel. The whole experience is the warm fuzzies of pinball.
No, the pinball, that's you're actually holding on to. Like,
other arcade machines like that, Silent Scope. Just
fucking Silent Scope. I remember playing that in the arcade. That was a fucking good time.
It's an excellent. Silent Scope, Time Crisis, Time Splitters. Oh,
Like, even playing House of the Dead 2 in the arcade is a lot different than playing at home. Even using a light gun at home, which I do. But
well, because it even had like a couple of those really good first person the rail shooter arcade games where the gun would actually like vibrate.
Yeah.
Or when you flicked it off the screen to reload, it would go in your hand.
It's so fucking sweet, yeah. Or with Time Crisis, they had that little ricochet with the vibration go.
Which was the one with the crouch lever?
That was Time Crisis.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Another one was probably Cruising the World in the arcade. Because if you hit the acceleration twice really fast, and you actually do like this like little wheelie, and if you're on a ramp, you can do a backflip, and then you can hit a cow. And
any driving arcade game with force feedback was excellent.
Oh my god, I had so much fun back in the day with that. So good.
The Mario Kart, it was like Mario Atari because it had Pac-Man and a couple other like.
Yeah, it was named by wasn't made by Namco. Yeah, Namco developed that one. It was a separate one. They're bringing it back.
So I wouldn't mind owning like a pair of those. You know?
Yeah, they make an 8-piece set. You can actually probably buy it from some other arcade. I don't forget where, but I've seen them. What else?
Just House of the Dead's a good one. Just because every time, I mean, if you had the blood turned red, it would just that much funnier. But every time with like their head would explode or something.
Yeah,
zombies. I think that's why zombies are so popular because
you don't feel bad.
You don't feel bad, and every time a zombie dies, it's just the warm fuzzies because they always die. You know, never once will a zombie just die in a boring way. It's never just in a video game. It's never just gonna kind of collapse because you shot in the chest. Parts are gonna fly off. Things are gonna pop. It's gonna ooze. It's gonna be perfect. It's
like
gonna...
even like if it's so gory. Like I remember like kids like it's that gory. I'm like I actually don't care if kids play that old gory games because like I don't know why zombies have been around forever. It's like it's part of our culture. Zombies, fuck it. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. You have turkey and fucking zombies. Whatever.
That's Thanksgiving. That's the Thanksgiving tradition. Cinnabuns in the morning, zombies in the afternoon, and then dinner with the family. That is Thanksgiving.
Another one I really enjoyed was which James Bond game was that? Agent Under Fire with the claw. You're almost like Spider-Man at that fucking
hanging
point.
on the ceiling, picking everybody off one by one.
Trying to get headshots with the claw. Oh my god, that's so fucking great. With like really low gravity, so you're like, yeah.
The sick sadistic part of me says anytime you can use a Molotov cocktail to kill an enemy, especially if they're an NPC.
Yeah.
Because they're like, and then they kind of just fall over. And you're just like, I don't know, but I feel really good about how that went.
I do like doing decapitations in God of War. Of course, anybody does.
Soul Reaver. Not Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain, the Blood Omens. Just for whatever reason, Soul Reaver always made me think that souls tasted like Mountain Dew, because in Soul Reaver, the original one for Dreamcast, PlayStation, PC, they were green. They almost looked like. Do you remember Ghost Rider on PBS?
Yeah, of course.
They look like Ghost Rider.
I think I talk about this every fucking week with my girlfriend. You like Ghost Rider? I'm like, yeah, it's that little fucking walking thumbprint of a ghost.
They always look like Ghost Rider, and they're just sitting there floating there. And then Raziel would open up his cowl and suck them in. It always gave you that complete, that satisfied feeling, sucking in the soul and watching the health bar go up. Yeah. And then Kain would do the same thing in the Blood Omen series, but with blood. Like the Blood Omen series, the Nosgothian vampires can like make a laceration and suck your blood from like clear across the room, and it would come out in this like single trail, and you go.
You're a giant straw.
I mean, that was always that wonderful feeling to that. And that was another excellent series with voiceovers, because I mean, the Elder God Mortanius. I can't remember the voice actor's name. He's passed away since, but he's that big booming voice actor that's just been in everything, and he's gone, and now I'm sad.
That's okay. Well, that's fantastic, Scott. Good.
That was my long trail off there.
I think the reason why I like Max Payne games so much is because I do like that slow-mo bullet time where I can actually take my accuracy to the fullest, like maybe doing headshots or dick shots, or like...
Well, what's with you in dick shots?
Fucking because it's your dick. If you do dick shots.
Jesus.
And if I didn't get it, like, it was part of that OCD thing. I have to beat all the Max Payne games, like, preferably 1 and 2. Completely without being shot once. And if I fuck up once, I have to reload that one checkpoint again and make sure I didn't die or get shot.
That was a big thing with Dishonored. Dishonored was a game that I needed, for some reason, I needed to stealth through. I had to stealth through Dishonored to feel like I was doing it right.
Sure.
And every time I fucked up and got caught, I would restart from the latest checkpoint.
I found myself doing that too. I feel like I was doing it wrong. Like, I was more like disappointing in myself. Like, oh.
And honestly, with Dishonored, I feel that should have been like a power that was introduced, like a flashback. Like, like almost like a Prince of Persia Sands of Time, where you could turn time back to where you fucked up. I think that should have been included in there.
That would have been really cool. I mean, maybe we'll see that in Dishonored too.
Because if you that's an excellent point. Is stealth kills always give me that perfect little satisfied feeling. Stealth kills in Assassin's Creed, in Skyrim, any game I can stealth and sneak up behind an enemy and take them out that way.
What about Splinter Cell? You're a fan of Splinter Cell?
I am not, because I'm terrible at it. I played the first Splinter Cell for PS2, right?
It was PS2 and Xbox. I think later on, came out a couple months later on GameCube as well.
Thought it was the coolest thing ever that I could conceal myself by shooting out the street lamps, and then realized I only had 3 bullets and I was fucked for the rest of the level. And then that's when I realized that I would not be good at Splinter Cell.
That's okay. Oh man, I just had another one I was just thinking about.
Is it QuickTime events? No, because no one's ever liked QuickTime events.
You have to get Josh in here still.
Fuck Josh and his QuickTime events.
Josh likes QuickTime. He'll be our counterpoint.
He's wrong.
He'll be our counterpoint guy. Still have to call him.
When you suck in two different enemies in Kirby and get the mix, where it's ability roulette.
Mm-hmm. That's really fun. I like doing that in Kirby 64 too. Like you can just choose between different rocks or fire rock. The enemies, I don't know if you tried that
combined.
one.
In Kirby 64, it combined the moves. Like in the other Kirbys, it's basically just randomized, and it goes like the wheel in
Wheel of Fortune.
Not in Wheel of Fortune. I was going to say Price is Right.
No, not that one.
And then you would get a randomized power. Mm-hmm. I used to do that over and over as a kid with Kirby's Adventure on NES, because the best power in that game is the UFO.
Yeah.
And you can only get it in 2 areas, and I always kept trying to randomize it and get the UFO, and you can't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what's one that we probably totally forgot about is Half-Life with the crowbar.
I'd say Half-Life with the gravity gun.
Gravity gun? I was more of a fan of the crowbar than the gravity gun. I guess I'm weird.
See, I'm more of a fan. I mean, the Ravenholm with the gravity gun and the saw blades is...
Oh, that was another fun, that was an epic level.
That is the most satisfying level in the entire game, is just sawing everyone in half, with the pung, the
you can just disable their bodies or
the
torsos.
Zip pang of the gravity gun is the most wonderful feeling in the world.
I guess I was more up close and personal, taking my crowbar and going, I know when they're down on the floor, I'm still fucking beating them.
My buddy Dave once said, you have problems, because one of the corpses hanging from the tree in Ravenholm, I'm just smacking it with the crowbar, and the limbs are moving, the limbs are moving, and I'm like, oh, look, Dave, he's dancing. Dave's just shaking his head. He goes, you need to get some help. I'm like, look, he's dead already.
I did like starting them on fire a lot.
All right. You ever play it backwards?
Yes.
Help me! I got this thing on my head. Don't shoot. Constipated. Yeah.
Squiggly.
Another
game. It wasn't a primary game. It was in Nintendo Land. There was that Plinko game.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot. The little sound effects and the way to go. I played that for fucking hours.
Yeah. Mario 64, every time you got 100 coins and got the star for that. I don't know why, but that star was more special than the rest of the stars in the game.
How about every time you got the red coin? No?
Every time I caught that fucking rabbit, the rabbit in the basement, I got the warm fuzz, bloop, because for whatever reason, it felt squishy in my brain, like the rabbit would be squishy.
And you just killed him in your head.
And the rabbit's like, put me down! And I'm just sitting there squishing him. Unlike that fucking monkey, because he steals your hat.
Yeah, he's a dick.
You ever do a hatless run on
Mario 64? I remember, getting blown off the head.
Here we go! I think the first place to get your hat blown off is...
I'm in the snow level?
The snow. I mean, the big snowman level, you get your hat blown off. But I think the first place you can honestly lose your hat is probably the vulture.
Oh, I don't remember very well. I need to go back and play it again.
Jerry playing with his cell phone right at the microphone.
Hey, it's my cell phone. It's my cell phone, guys. It's
I
my
don't,
cell
know
phone.
I don't hear that, but you can definitely hear.
Here, fine.
Stay fresh. Kelsey hates it. I'm starting to really like that. I don't know why.
My phone's filled with this weird, awesome shit. I like sound effects. Sound effects always make me, I don't know.
Sound effects just just hit you in the right spot.
Well, I guess I'm more nostalgic even with the Tetris music too. It's so good.
See, I had Tetris for NES. I never had it for my Game Boy. So, and the Tetris NES music.
I love the Majora's Mask sound effects a lot, even like with the laughs.
Oh,
and the screams. I don't know.
See,
I don't know why I like they should horrify me. They do horrify me, but I still really enjoy
I
them.
like Midna's laugh more than I like Majora's laugh.
Yeah?
I don't know why.
See if I got... So you got this one? There we go, the little laugh.
Yeah, the Happy Mask salesman. He's definitely creepy.
Well, how about this one?
Yeah. I had that as my alarm clock. It went off once in the middle of the night, and I decided, nope, not doing that.
I can't breathe in the morning. I can't do this.
Scared the hell out of me.
Oh, the Notebook. I love that noise. It's so good.
Stop playing sound effects. Start. Oh my god.
I like that one. No. That makes me feel happy. Tingle.
Shooting the ranch owners when you're on the back of the Romani Ranch cart, and the ranch owners are coming up, and you have to shoot them with the arrows to slow them down before they destroy them.
Yes, yeah.
That always gave me the warm fuzzies because it was just such a different sound. Or the same thing with taking out the guards. Either the pirate guards in Majora's Mask or the Garuda warriors in Ocarina of Time. I'd always shoot them with my arrows because they collapse. They wouldn't die. Yeah. They go, ah, and they'd collapse, and you'd be like, ha!
I loved the hook shot in Link to the Past. I don't know why. I love just like going back and forth between pots and stuff.
Oh, where it was like a switch hook almost because you would switch places with it or whatever you got, didn't you?
No, just Link to the Past. It's just a...
was that Link's Awakening where you would... No, it was one of the Oracle games. It was a switch hook. Like, if there was a pot over there, you'd switch places with the pot.
I totally forgot about that one. Oh. But yeah, I'm just talking about the hook shot. I always like the
every kid wanted a grappling hook shot.
Well, fucking with Batman grappling hook.
Batman.
Who didn't want Batman's grappling hook in animated series?
The grappling hook in Arkham City with the grappling boost where you could go... you go flying over it and you could glide further. But yeah, I wanted the hook shot from Ocarina of Time when I was a kid. I wanted that more than anything, despite the fact that I don't think the physics for that would ever work.
No, just fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, your arm would tear clean off before the thing lifted you.
Huck it, chuck it, football. Who cares?
Stop looking at the collection.
Well, I'm looking at you. You have to do it at my house soon because I got a bigger collection.
Come more prepared.
No. I don't want to.
I'm sticking with the greatest feeling in the world is headshots. I think that's just it's the perfect bubble wrap feeling.
Well, that's what I was explaining earlier when I was lining up everybody in one with the Magnum and go kill 9 people at once. I love doing that.
Sometimes pushing blocks in Zelda puzzles where when the block finally falls onto the switch.
Mm-hmm. That's a good feeling. Oh, I love in BioShock freezing somebody
and then smashing them
and smashing the fuck out of them.
The 1-2 punch.
Yeah. It's so good.
You'd do that with a shock, too. You'd stun them with a shock, and you'd smack them. Or shocking the water when they're walking in it, killing them that way.
That was also very satisfying, but I think I like freezing them first and having their bodies.
The freeze to smash was always a lot of fun. I never really used powers in BioShock. I mainly used guns.
Oh, really? Okay. I think I used all of them pretty equally. I like the whole balance.
Like, Infinite always made the powers look so much cooler, and I never used them, like the Murder by Crows.
Yeah, I never used that one either.
The Bucking Bronco.
Didn't use that one.
I've always seen videos of people like lifting enemies up and tossing them overboard. But
yeah, I think I just used guns in Infinite. It was really strange because in BioShock 1 and 2 I was really awesome with powers. I really enjoyed those.
And the vigors are just so much cooler than what are they called in BioShock 1 and 2? Atom?
It's Eve? Fuck! What is it called?
Well,
this is embarrassing.
But the vigors were just, they were designed cooler. The bottles they were in were cool,
Yeah, I like the little giant syringe things.
For a long time, 2K was selling, not 2K, God damn, who's behind Bioshock?
It was 2K.
Oh, 2K was selling the merchandise where you could buy those bottles, and they were like $1 trillion because they're fucking nuts. But
I wanted one.
Skeletons. Headshot skeletons.
Headshot skeletons. And zombies. And
skeletons exploding will always give me the warm fuzzies. The bones clattering all over the floor.
Going back to the chatter of Banjo-Kazooie. I just love the way they talk so much. Kind of like in Animal Crossing, how they like... Yeah. I like the gibberish.
Animalese.
I love the gibberish talk. It just means like, it's so cute. I don't know what they're saying.
Going back to Ocarina of Time, whenever you had fought an enemy that would guard, like the Wolfos or the Brass Knuckles. Not the Brass Knuckles. What are they? They're Iron Knuckles, aren't they?
Yes.
They're not Dark Nuts yet. Dark Nuts are in Twilight Princess.
Yes.
And Wind Waker.
Yes.
But when you would actually land a hit and it go, whoosh, the enemy would go, ouch!
Ooh.
Oh! Why?
In the Super Nintendo version, Link to the Past, I like using my speed boots onto a tree and actually getting
Slamming into it? Yeah.
And like, oh, there's gems there! And then sometimes you get bees.
Bees, the
fucking bees.
Yeah.
The bees!
Yeah. I thought I'd get the same enjoyment out of Phantom Hourglass.
Fucking Phantom Hourglass.
In the beginning, when you had to wake... were you waking up, Link? You were waking somebody up. You had to shout in the microphone. But then I realized that I looked like an idiot shouting into my 3DS. Hey, wake up! And everyone looks at me. Oh.
Just making out with my microphone. It's so good.
It was weird. Sigh. I like taking pictures of things in Bioshock.
Yeah, that was fun.
You get especially when the bar would fill up with the XP. Punk.
Pokemon Snap. I like taking photos there mostly, though.
Yeah, I like Pokemon. I like beaming stuff in the face with a pester ball. Pikachu'd pass out and I go, oh my god.
Yeah, Meowth would usually with the pester ball and like, he gets gassed out.
Why do they always pass out? None of them got pestered. It was the gas ball.
It was the gas ball. They would take pictures of his unconscious body. Like I touched him in his nose.
And Professor Oak would be like, this is great. Because he's a creepy perv.
He would just like, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh my.
Look at that.
Meowth's best friend. Oh,
you were close. I'm close.
No.
God damn it, Oak.
Yes, Oak. Yes.
What do you buy?
That was another fun too in Resident Evil 4. Shooting those blue coins. Those were kind of nice. I like the little ting noise.
Shooting like the frogs in House of the Dead 2, the frogs or the coins or the breakable barrels.
Oh yeah, remember those were really cool too, little extra things.
Murdering your patient in trauma center. Oh.
It's always a pleasure.
He's dead. I feel good about that.
Fucking Game & Wario, where they have the extra little ball with the chicken thing where you hold down the ZR button and you get a little ball surprise. I kind of like that little mini game thing. Makes you feel like ooh, what's the little prize in it? Oh, it's just another fucking card.
I think all of the WarioWare games give you that little happy feeling.
Yeah, because it's so random and it moves so fast. Like within like 30 seconds.
What was the one for Wii? Was that WarioWare?
Smooth Moves.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
Pick your nose, money shot.
Driving the other one, yeah, that game was fucking ADD. It was really
grab
cool.
the booby, shave your pit,
shave your sister. No.
And then they tried to do the same thing with the Wario game that came out. It was the Wario, and where you would have to shake the controller to get more coins out of the bag.
Oh, fuck! What was
and all those kids got carpal tunnel and their arms fell off.
Good for them.
I don't think that actually happened, but it basically just looked like you were jerking constantly. The entire game was just about jerking. Jerk the money bag, get more money. It was literally a money shot then, and then he felt dirty.
What I really liked back in the NES days is Bionic Commando. Like when you have the grappling hook, well, not the grappling, your grappling arm, and right in the middle of swing, you let go, and you're like fire, like pew pew pew, and you can kill the person right before you land. It's kind of like fucking cool.
It's almost the same thing you can do in Far Cry with the grappling hook, like Far Cry 4 when you're climbing the mountain and you can swing on the on the grappling hook. Same thing with Wind Waker, the grappling hook. I always liked. One of my favorites is just a huge like spin attack or something in like Samurai Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, when you're taking out a huge group of enemies that's just surrounded you with one really cool attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as fuck yeah. Anything from Just Cause. The only reason why I bought Just Cause, it was to do skydiving. Like, I would, like, grapple hook a car and go, yeah! We used to call it the game. We didn't just go, because as soon as we could, like, latch the car, we go, we all had to make that sound in the living room when we did it, so.
The hack and slash gives you that, the warm fuzzies, too. Like, God of War, but up until the point where it was basically, like, God of War always made that mistake with me. The same thing as Dante's Inferno, where you're fighting the same enemy, and for whatever reason, no matter how much you're hacking and slashing, he's still standing there until you hit him like 60 times, and you're just like, okay, I'm bored with this.
All the enemies kind of repeat themselves after too many fucking times after the first 3 levels.
Oh, you know what feels perfect is the perfect whenever you land a magic shot in Fable: The Journey perfectly. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, that doesn't happen because the game doesn't fucking work.
That was a brilliant game.
We sat there for an hour.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a beautiful game. It was a beautiful game. Everybody, go buy Fable: The Journey right now.
We sat there for an hour with the Kinect.
I have some video footage of you screaming at it.
Trying
just fucking work!
Trying to land one magic attack. We got up to the point where you first learned magic and we couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it.
And then you had to like do a swipe and then push or something?
And it just never worked. It kept losing me and the Kinect was like,
whoa! And we actually ended up moving the chair, walking backwards to see if we could register again, recalibrate the game. And we sat there, for a long-ass time.
Until we finally just gave up.
Yeah, we literally could not continue.
We knew the game
was a physical impossibility.
We knew the game was bad. And it was bad up to that point. None of it was fun. No. It was just...
The only fun part was hanging out with a buddy making fun of the game. Because it was like, horse ride carrier simulator.
It was just horse and buggy, the game.
Yeah.
But it's...
And you're like just doing this with your hands, like shaking, like, yay. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing?
It's a blast. Oh no, my horse is getting stabbed by something.
Give us
shoot magic. Can't shoot magic. Can't shoot magic. Oh,
can't do this. Can't do that.
We'll do an episode just the opposite of the warm fuzzies. The cold angries. What game pisses you off the most?
I have a lot of those.
Yeah, we could probably do that episode.
That'd be fine. What else we got?
There's just tons of stuff. Anything you do in any of the Harvest Moons. Like the same thing with Animal Crossing, watering the plants. I don't know why.
I love the little spray.
I think
then they glitter. Catching fish is always fun. Catching bugs.
Catching fish, filling the museum, selling shit in Animal Crossing, especially when you come back from the island on New Leaf with an entire basket filled with sharks and beetles.
Oh yeah,
and you just take them to Reese, and Reese has to put out another home loan because she pays you like 100,000 bells in the 4 trips, so it's like 400,000 bells. I
can't eat this week again.
And the husband's just in back sleeping some more. You just laugh and smacking the neighbors you hate with that hammer.
What about Mario parties?
No.
It's a love-hate because the sound effects are really cool, a lot of bright colors, but goddamn it does the game goddamn cheat.
Daisy screaming at you.
I'm the winner, goddamn it!
I don't think, you know what, I think that would end up in the opposite of the Warm Fuzzies episode.
We can talk about
I very much think that anybody who plays Mario Party long enough will understand that the game is utter agony, and that you just want to die. It's just miserable.
I like Mario parties, but goddamn do they piss me off just as hard and just as fast. It takes away my happiness and then gets me happy again.
Well, that about covers it for me for the warm fuzzies, the popping, the bubble wrap feeling.
We got the Pokemons, we got some of the rareware titles.
The exploding, the hack and slashing. Yeah, we covered pretty much the gambit of the undescribable, just satisfying feeling.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to include there? Any final little warm fuzzy tingles in your brain making you happy?
I mean, I think it's a little something different. Well, I like some music too. I'm a very, very big fan of 8-bit music with what the fuck is the technical term for it? Chiptune. Like I love the Mega Mans. I love anything by Capcom. You know this.
I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about, what the episode's about, with the pop.
Yeah, the pop. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna go back to the chainsaw in Doom.
Oh, that's a good one. You're just like you're just like hitting, killing people. I'm just throwing stuff around.
You're just smacking stuff in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll cut it off there.
I'm just trying to feel like if there's anything else that I'm like missing here. Nope. Nope. And fighters, I guess, real quick, Ninja Turtles. Like when you get like that super combo, even with Turtles in Time, you throw the foot soldier straight at the screen.
I wouldn't know because I bought MASH. With fighters like that, that's all I do.
It's kind of fun.
I mean, what is it? The DC Gods Among Us try to do that.
Oh yeah. They try to implement on the screen.
And it just
fourth wall.
It just got really boring.
Yeah, the fourth wall kind of thing.
I mean, any fatality you do in Mortal Kombat gives you that feeling. The fatality.
I always like doing uppercuts in Mortal Kombat or the cheat moves with Cyrax or Sector. A lot of cheat moves there.
Well, what are you playing this week?
What the fuck am I playing this week? Believe it or not, I'm actually playing Splatoon. That's what I'm playing. I know I was talking about that a week or two back, but me and the girlfriend are moving around and
shimmying and shaking and...
Oh yeah, but I go to her place and I just watch her pack stuff and I'm lazy.
It's been a great time.
And then I pop in Splatoon. I've been playing the multiplayer maps and I don't know, I've just been having a really great time with that. By the way, fucking people just idolize there and they rank up level. That pisses me off.
Oh yeah, those people suck.
Yeah,
I'm sure
they need to fix that patch.
I'm sure Nintendo's going to patch that.
And I also want to fucking play with the Pro controller, not the tablet screen on online mode.
Didn't you see that? Oh yeah, you can't do that yet. I want turf mode in multiplayer. I want to be able to play against somebody.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of modes that they just like
kind of left out.
They're just like there's a half a game here. I'm sorry that I'm missing.
I think it's been a pretty good game so far.
It's a fantastic game. I just feel like I'm missing a lot of parts here. I'm missing a lot of things.
Have you fought with the paintbrush yet?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The paintbrush is the paintbrush is the best running gun because it's not used for if you don't use it for the turf war at all.
Yeah.
You can use it for
turf war. I use the fucking paint roller because that thing's OP as shit.
Yeah, but the paintbrush you don't use for turf war at all. You use it as when other people are coming, you squid up to them, and you it's guerrilla warfare. It's just you pop up, you go whack whack whack, hack slash, they're dead, back into the shadows, pop up. It's a stealth kill, and I love it. I love using it.
I don't know. I guess like I'm still in the strategy of like trying to put my turf down, like paint the walls. And
everybody, yeah, that's what.
But I noticed what a lot of other people I play with online, they're actually just killing each other and not painting anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is not a death match. This is turf war.
That's the best thing is like the people that pick up the sniper, and it's just like,
the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's slowing the other team way down. Maybe that's a different strategy I'm not used to.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have one roller on your team and the other team doesn't, you win. And
there's other times where like
one roller that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and usually that's me. Like sometimes I get really lucky. Like there's like a team of snipers, and then there's a team of rollers. Who's gonna fucking win?
Yeah.
It's usually the rollers.
I don't
want to go down that road.
Yeah.
What, Scott? Or are you playing this fucking week? So I can.
I'm not done talking about Splatoon.
No. Okay.
No, I forgot what I was going to say about Splatoon. Anyways.
Are you playing Splatoon too?
What am I playing this week? No, Splatoon. I wait for Kelsey because that's her game. So what am I playing this week? I'm kind of between games. I'm playing a little bit of everything. I beat the core game of what were we talking about last week? Mighty Switch Force. Beat the core game of that. I've been really looking for one of those handheld games to just kind of fall asleep with. Mm-hmm. A lot of Animal Crossing, but when I'm not doing that, I've been kind of hopping around from game to game. Try to do Yoshi's Island DS again. Still can't get into it.
I can't get into it either. I still like the Super Nintendo version, personally, for me.
I think I'm even burnt out on Mario 3. That's how bad it is.
You know what? Funny enough, I did pop in Tomodachi Life the other night to see like how my town is doing. Everybody seems to be fine.
Everybody's dead.
I don't know. Like I got in there, I bought my stuff for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I don't know how much more I can do here besides like starting all over again, kind of thing. Like
Did
Animal
you
Crossing.
Tim got $999,999.
Yes. A good friend of us. His name is Tim. He's played that game. He plays Animal Crossing obsessively, and when I introduced him to Tomodachi Life, he also obsessed about this game. He maxed out all of his money in Tomodachi Life. He plays that much.
He's got the maximum amount of money.
I've never fucking seen that. And he's also trying to do the same thing with Animal Crossing.
Yep. Well, your sister got everything in Wild World, didn't she?
I think she's missing one thing still. One thing.
She went completely completionist on it. Mm-hmm. Well, until then, I just participated in the Humble Bundle. The indie games are back up, and
a lot of good stuff on there.
Got one of my favorites, World of Goo. One of my favorite indie games of all time.
Super Meat Boy's on there too.
I did get Super Meat Boy. I haven't played it. No,
it's fucking awesome.
I have no idea about that game.
If you want a hardcore platformer that'll kick your ass, but super fun, like running on walls and sliding, it's really fun.
See, I'll probably hit up Limbo first.
Fuck, Limbo's good. You can probably beat that in about an hour or two.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to take me long.
But it's a really good game, though.
It's just Limbo and Journey are two games that everybody talks about that I've still never touched. So
I played the shit out of those. They're good.
Played the shit out of them. They shadow over.
I spread my butt cheeks. Played the shit out of it. Felt good.
So
awesome.
If you like what we're doing here at Nullspace, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Nullspace Gaming. And also our blog at nullspace.gaming.com. And be sure to show your support by making donations via the PayPal buttons. Every donation is appreciated. And I think that's all for tonight. Jerry, send us out.
Happy gaming, everyone!